Hey guys, this is Josh from Mizner Math, and today we're going to be doing a quick introduction on integration by parts and the tabular method. So to start off, integration by parts, basically you're going to know when to use it is when there's an integral that's going to have the product of two different functions. So f of x times a g of x. And basically what you're going to do is one of these, you're going to make the u, and one of these functions, the other function, you're going to make the dv. And then from that, you're going to take this u and you're going to find the du, and you're going to take this v, you're going to integrate it and find the v, and then you're going to plug it into the formula u times v minus the integral of v times the du. So to do a quick example, we're going to do right here, we're going to do the integral of x times, say, the sine of 2x. Okay, so from here, we're going to make one of these the u and one of these the dv. And to determine which one is the u, which one's the dv, you're going to use this little thing I have over here in the corner. It's an acronym called LIPIT. So the L stands for logarithmic functions, I for inverse trig, P for polynomial, E for exponential, and T for trig functions. And so basically, whichever one of the functions comes first on this list is going to be the u, and whichever one comes later is going to be the dv. So in this case, we have the x, that's going to be a polynomial function, and we have the sine of 2x, that's going to be a trigonometric function. So polynomial comes first, so right here we're going to make the u here, we're going to make that equal to x, and then the dv, we're going to make that equal to the sine of 2x. So we're just going to find the du right here, which du of x is just going to be 1 times dx, and then integrate this sine of 2x, the v is going to be equal to 1/2 times the cosine of 2x, and throw a little negative in there because it's the integral of sine. Okay, so now we're going to plug into this equation right back here. So we got the x times the v right there, and then we're going to have the v times the du, multiply. So we have the u times v, it's going to be negative 1/2 x times the cosine of 2x. And then we're going to have the v times the du, so minus the integral of v times du, which is going to be just 1 dx, so just the v basically. Negative 1/2 cosine of 2x, and then times the 1 dx, so just dx. Alright, so now this part right here we got is set. So now we're just going to solve this integral and then add it back to this. So to do this integral, specifically, we're going to take out the negative 1/2 and make it negative 1/2 times the integral of cosine of 2x dx. And then I'm just going to skip the u sub step, but basically you sub in u equals 2x, and then you end up getting 1/2 times the sine of 2x, and then take out this negative 1/2 as well, multiply it there, and that's just going to equal negative 1/4 times the sine of 2x. Alright, and then so take this one we have up here, the negative 1/2 x cosine 2x, add that in, of 2x minus the negative that, so it's going to be a plus 1/4 sine of 2x. And then it's an indefinite integral, so always have this plus c on the end, and that's going to be your answer for that one right there. That's a pretty basic example of integration by parts. And then one extension of integration by parts is going to be the tabular method. And tabular method basically is just doing the integration by parts, but you're going to keep on going when you do this u and du and the dv and the v. So I'll show you what I mean here. So basically it's going to be, let me give an example. We're going to have the integral of 3x cubed times e to the x right there. So on this one, we're going to be doing the u and the dv. So the u is going to be 3x cubed because it's going to be polynomial, and the dv is going to equal e to the x, if I can squeeze that in there. All right, so we're going to take the integral here, du equals 9x squared, and the v is going to equal e to the x, again, because the integral of e to the x is e to the x. So now instead of stopping here and doing what we just did, we're going to keep on going with this this derivative and this integral. So we're going to do it again. 18x, and this is going to be e to the x again. This is going to be 18, this is going to be e to the x again. This is going to be 0, and this is e to the x. So now what we're going to do is we're going to multiply down diagonally here. So we're going to multiply this just like we would normally, and then instead of doing that right there, horizontally, we're going to do diagonally again, all the way down to the 0. So now we're just going to multiply all these and add them all up, except one last thing is we're going to alternate the signs here. So this one's going to be positive, this product right here is going to be negative, this product positive, this product negative. So now we're just going to add all of these up. So see, we're going to have, write it right here, we're going to have 3x cubed e to the x minus 9x squared e to the x, and then plus 18x e to the x, and then minus 18 e to the x. And then just add the c for it being an indefinite integral. And there you have it. That's your answer. You can obviously factor out the e to the x and the 3 if you wanted to make it a little simpler, but that's basically the answer right there. Yeah, so that's the tabular method for you. Pretty simple stuff once you get the hang of it. Just takes a little bit of practice. But yeah, so if you guys like this video, please hit me up with a like and a subscription. But if you guys have any specific questions, please post them in the comment sections, because I guarantee I will get back to you 24 hours. I'll either post a video with a specific problem worked out, because I know these problems do get a lot harder than the one I just worked out.